I thank you for allowing me to be part of this. The topic of our discussion today is so important because we live in a dynamic world which is continuously and rapidly changing. The information, communication, technologies has taken human experience you know, to another level entirely. And our culture, on the other hand, is our art, is knowledge, our beliefs, laws, custom, and every other activities and traits that every man has as a member of a society. And as we all know that we can live in isolation. We all need one another to survive. We need to learn from other people, from the things they've done, from the things they are doing, so that we can as well live a better life. And the nature of culture is so exhaustive that it is regarded and described as the totality of the way of life. Well, that's what we were, taught in school. Back when I was in primary school, they would say culture is the way of life. So I think I would also submit with that. Culture is the totality of the way of life, and it's the way of life of the people. In other words, I don't think there's anybody that can do without culture. In fact, culture is like everything. No one can do without culture, and absolutely there will be no people without culture. So today I would talk about the characteristics of a digital culture, and this is so obvious to everybody because we're living in a digital world. So definitely this digital culture, this digital age is, the reversal from information scarcity to information abundance. That's just the simple explanation. The more we know, the more we act. There's And the characteristics that I can make mention of right now is the digital learning, the social networking. Right now there is no social interaction anywhere apart from online. Everybody has adopted social interaction through social networking. And like I said, social interaction has moved from you going to your neighbor's house, traveling to see your friends, to see your family. It has moved online. Of innovations, technological advancements and all of that. Artificial intelligence, as the world population grows, so does the number of internet users across the globe. And going back to culture, technology has changed our society. In Africa, our cultural values are what greatly influence our behaviors and attitudes in society. There's no society without culture, like I said. I don't think any society is complete without that sense of common values that gives meaning and purpose to group life. So in Nigeria, our cultural values include respect, as we know, respect for elders, chastity among the women folk, dignity of labor, patriotism to one's community, courage, strength, determination, self-reliance, as the Yoruba people would say, "Aṣọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹni ò kí ń tán ni jẹ." And when the white men came to Nigeria, we progressively imbibed the white man's way of life and their values, obviously. For instance, our government, our trade, our religion, our dressing, our language have been greatly influenced and it's been adjusted to fit into the Western world. Now, technology has brought in some negative effects on our society. It has debased our cultural values. Now we have no regards for the elders. In fact, we have no regards for the interest of other people. Now we're self-interested. Yes, everybody is selfish. We're all selfish beings, should be told, but back then we used to put other people into consideration. When we want to take decisions, we consider, other people's feelings. But now things has changed. So now there's excessive quest for material possessions, you know, apparent money of worship. Now the line between reality and virtuality is really blurry. People act based on what they see on the internet, on social media. There's no patriotism anymore. We are all egocentric. We've forgotten about all of our moral values, which is most important. And let's consider in every tribe in Nigeria, I think I can say that they all have things that, characteristics that makes them distinct from other tribes. Because other would tell you that okay, you have to speak the truth. Other would consider justice, hard work, and most importantly, for every tribe in Nigeria, I think it's everywhere in Africa and generally the whole world, we we value character. The Igbos believes that the truth is life. All of these morals and values are, well, gradually being forgotten. And in the same vein, the digital age is the age of opportunities, and now we have access to things that we could not even imagine. No one would have thought that things would have, changed this much. But I'm very sure that, well, give it another decade, we wouldn't believe that there was a time where we were doing the things that we are doing now. Because I'm sure that things would have even become more advanced. Now there is opportunity for businesses, for people. There are technological advancements, like I have said earlier, information sharing, communication has been made very easy. Now we live in a knowledge-based society, and you know what they say about knowledge. Knowledge is power. Now with several search engines and through the social media, anyone is able to acquire the knowledge that they need or they want, for academicians, for artisans, for even entrepreneurs. All the information and knowledge we need is right in our reach for taking. Also, imbibing the Western culture, I think it paved way to a digital society in Africa. To be factual now, there are some traditional practices that cannot be demonstrated because they are negative and harmful, and some are demonizing. So I think that, yes, social media and social networking, and digital age has its own evils, but I think at the end of the day, I would say that the good that it has outweighs the bad. And most people spend more time online than asleep. We all know that. We know that everyone wants to be accessible and relevant online. So I think the digital media should be seen as a vehicle to facilitate communication and not replace it completely. And that's exactly what's happening now. Even in the house, before you greet people when you wake up, before you greet your parents, before you greet your siblings or anybody around you, first, you know, check what's going on your phone. We all should be prepared for eventualities. Seriously, business owners, I think apart from all of these things that we're having, yes, it is good to discuss the effects, but that we can see now. But I think it's also important that we prepare for what is to come in the future, because I'm very sure that things are still going to. We've not even started. Things are going to, get better or worse from here. And for business owners to ensure that their business is prepared, they need to ensure that their businesses are prepared for what is to come. Because, well, let's consider those that are working in public offices now, the secretaries, the clerks, and people like that. I'm sure that there would be a time where they would have nothing to do, because now we have the AI, the artificial intelligences. I don't know, there are innovations that are being made every day. So People that work in offices now, they need to, or even bankers. So we need to prepare for the eventualities of this social, this internet thing, this digital technological advancements that is happening now. Because I think that people should also be innovative, be creative in your line of work, in your discipline, prepare for what is to come, leave no option off the table. Make sure that you stay on trends, be permanently available to your audience. Because I think that we'll soon move to a post-digital era where all of these things that we think are special would be nothing then. So, and I'm sure that by then digital technology would be very seamless and so effortless, where we won't be bothered about feeling anxious regarding our children using these technologies. Because now some parents still feel like, oh, why should I, why should I make my child, probably their young children, why should they be able to access the internet? Because in Africa we're still being sentimental about some things, and I totally understand their fears though for the parents. But I'm sure that there would be a time in the future that no one would care about these things. No one would feel anxious about the evil that these technologies would bring. So, in conclusion, I want everybody to brace themselves. The best is yet to come. All the technological advancements that we think are big deal now will become plain. Just be there to satisfy our basic needs. Like communication, like all these communicative gadgets. You know, transportation means, the way her home looks, everything will change one day soon. And in fact, I think it's changing every day. But I'm sure that in years to come, it will become more evident. So when when times like this come, I just hope that we'll be able to promote our cultural values, even with everything that will still come up, the advancements, the innovations. I hope that even by then we'll be able to also promote our culture. So I would like to use this medium to tell people now that, Africans, that it is important that despite all of these advancements that is yet to come and the ones that we have now, we should not neglect what's important. And those things are our cultural values. So we need to hold them dear to our hearts and make sure that whatever happens, we stay true to them. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
inviting me, for having me talk here. It's been a really great pleasure.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your time and for the knowledge you've passed down to us.
Mm,
Truth be told, sometimes myself, I ask myself that this digital age you are in, won't it make our cultural values go into extinctions? Won't it affect uh, generations to come in the sense that will it not wipe away the culture? Will it not wipe away the values that our fathers and mothers has inculcated in us while we were growing up?
yes.
But I also thought on the brighter side that yes, like this very word that says that when life throws lemon at you, you make lemonade. So I believe this very digital age can be harnessed even to even promote the culture better. Because I was surprised when I saw many things. I don't like the I saw the Ifa web on online where I saw white people teaching Ifa school online. I was like, wow, that is what digital age has done. Anybody can easily go online and do what read about Yoruba heritage because I believe from history, Ifa is from Yoruba, but now people outside of the shores of Africa, outside of the Western Africa, are taking it. They are accepting it. So I think it's kind of globalized culture. That's what I feel. But thank you very much. I
True.
appreciate but I'm back now. So I would like to no, okay. Sorry, apologies for the breaking transmission. The network threw me out, but I'm back now. So I'd like to go in a short break, and when we're back, when after we'll discuss more on culture in digital age. Thank you.
The MasterClass Initiative is an African educational organization founded by Babatunde Adekombi, a media communicator, that kickstarted in April 2020 with the aim of creating virtual opportunities for learning on practical subjects, connecting university students, young entrepreneurs, and mid-entry level job seekers to businesses, academics, and organizational leaders for personal and communal development. The MasterClass Initiative started as a WhatsApp forum in which resourceful persons come in to educate learners on practical subjects that focus on career and job development, business strategy and branding, legal and ethics, science and technology. From its inception, the level of engagement and participation have grown periodically and rapidly. The need for virtual learning came into better fine-tuning the concept and engaging more resourceful persons internationally. The MasterClass is now recorded on Zoom, streamed live on Facebook, with an average attendance of 100 participants cutting across organization founded by Babatunde Adekombi, a media communicator, that kickstarted in April 2020 with the aim of creating virtual opportunities for learning on practical subjects, connecting university students, young entrepreneurs, and mid-entry level job seekers to businesses, academics, and organizational leaders for personal and communal development. The MasterClass Initiative started as a WhatsApp forum in which resourceful persons come in to educate learners on practical subjects that focus on career and job development, business strategy and branding, legal and ethics, science and technology. From its inception, the level of engagement and participation have grown periodically and rapidly. The need for virtual learning came into better fine-tuning the concept and engaging more resourceful persons internationally. The MasterClass and engaging more resourceful persons internationally. Students, young entrepreneurs, and job seekers. As of today, the MasterClass Initiative has equally been able to give privilege to some of the participants to serve as MasterClass moderators, giving them an opportunity to build their presentation and communication skills, to interact closely and extensively with the invited speakers. The MasterClass Initiative has been able to partner with some organizations, both locally and internationally, like Africunia TV channel, Legal Media and Insights, MVIT India, and the Mints Connect Consultancy. These partners have been able to contribute technically to the goal of the initiative, making it more visible to more people. The MasterClass Initiative is solely and keenly interested in the depopulation of unemployment by ensuring participants get opportunities in the aspects of the job from the facilitator. In the coming year, the MasterClass Initiative equally plans to set up an extensive entrepreneurial hub for growth and development of entrepreneurs, a virtual book club to generate more sales for authors, and also to give them the opportunity to share practicalities of their work and set up a MasterClass Academy for college students to enhance their classroom learning by making partnerships available to make use of the available technical tools.
All right, thank you for your patience. We'd like to proceed in the program of the day. So I will call on Mr. Oluwasegun Adebayo. So he can give us his take on the discuss of the day. Mr. Oluwasegun, the floor is yours. Can you hear me? We can't hear you if you're speaking. Okay. It seems I can't hear you. I don't know if others can hear you from there, but I can't hear you. So
His mic is off, actually.
Your mic is muted. Can you please unmute your mic?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right. Your Excellency, can you hear me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, great. Yeah, building on the existing protocol, I want to say good evening to everybody, or good afternoon from here. Good afternoon to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. And sincerely, it's a pleasure to be in the same room with Our Excellency, Mama herself. God bless you. Yes, let me quickly say this. I don't really have much time. I'm just going to speak within 2-3 minutes so I can leave. I have another meeting for 3 o'clock, but I just want to let me eat into their time a little bit before I go. Now, this is my take. You see, when Mama was talking, Mama talked about culture and talks about culture is life, culture is this, culture is that, yes. But you see, in this part of the world where we live, where this is Nigeria, where if you can permit me, I want to speak my dialect. So you because we're also talking about culture. Are you getting?
We can't hear you. It seems the network is bad for your hand.
Okay.
Network from here is okay.
Of America, forget I'm educated. In the world, I will speak Yoruba. You must hear it. Can you hear me?
We lost.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, God. Okay, we can hear you.
I'm an hour from Nigeria. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
I'm back now. I decided to disconnect and reconnect. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, better now.
Okay. As I was saying, culture for me is something that guides our living. For me, culture is something that guides our daily living, how we do things and how we don't do things. And in this part of the world, when technology came in, I think we are used to something in Nigeria. Nigeria as a country, we're used to something.
We can't hear you. I think the network is really fumbling. Sorry about that.
We see some.
Okay, I think the network has pulled him out. So I'll move on to Mr. Asim Abdel Hamid Basal, I'd like you to hear your voice, hear your views too in regards to the topic of the day. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your lovely invitation. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. I was in Nigeria, in 2015 in Digital Africa conference. So I met Nigerian people, very nice people, and a very nice country. Yeah. Today, we are talking about that we have, new technology, and we have, to adapt, ourselves for this new technology to change, our culture. We have, to look for more peace, inside ourselves, more peace, at home, more peace at our company, more peace at our country, at all the world, because, we have to all, like one person, fight racism and fight injustice, and fight ignorance, because, this new technology need a lot, of effort, need a lot of budget or money, so we can get the money that we lost, for conflict or for war or for corruption, if we can, succeed, to end, violence, end war, and end corruption, we will have the money or budget to go to this new technology of the 21st century, like cloud computing, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, all the new technology that we have, to fix it, because, we need to change, all African countries from, passive consumer to active producer. We have to, do something to be good, for yes, or for the child to be good in coding for artificial intelligence. So we have a lot, of effort to do regarding this issue. So we have to change the culture. So let me give you, two, example about that. About we have to concentrate about, education, about health, to change the education, for example, from STEM to STEM with double M, because what's happening in COVID-19, we have to concentrate about science, technology, engineering, math, and medicine. If we're talking about STEAM, like science, technology, engineering, art, and math, we have to also, add M like medicine. So let me give you two examples. The ancient stories that, father read, a journal, and his child, don't let him, read the journal and concentrate on it. So the father, cut one paper from the journal, and give it to the child. This, paper is, like the map of all the world. And the father thinks that this child will take like, 1 hour, 2 hours to make these pieces and make, the pictures, as before. But the child came to the father after like 5 or 10 minutes. So the father, was, wonder what's happened, because this child does not geography or something like that. What's happened is the child, the inverse of this, pictures, a man, figure, or a man picture, so he can, get the piece of this picture, and from, build the picture of the man, can build, the map of the world. So our children, teach us a lesson that if you concentrate or build, a human or a man, you can build all the world. This is the first lesson. Second lesson that if you build, a huge wall, so don't let anyone to go to your office or your home or your country. Sometimes, they give, the guard man, some money or bribe or something like that. So let them, go inside your home or your office or your country. So this lesson also, to tell us to concentrate about, man, human, because, in all the world, a lot of leaders concentrate to, to build things, to build, town or something like that. I don't concentrate about, the human being, the culture of the human being. How to make this human being live in a peace, in a good health, in a good education. That's why you can, change, all countries of Arab or Africa for better. So this is the most important is because, we're all talking about, to connect to the internet, but now it's more complicated because we have the technology of the 21st century. The technology of the 21st century, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, blockchain, and this would, will change the society, will help in education, will help in healthcare. So as the internet has changed our life, this new technology, cloud of everything, will change, our life again. But for developing country and Africa, we must embrace and promote the spirit of the service of the cloud of everything. So to reach the 17 SDG and to fight COVID-19 and to help a lot for African countries. So to build a better connected Africa, or better connected world in technology, in industry, in lifestyle, in evolution. So our better connected world is a smart world now, because the smart connectivity between people and things, between things and other things. So we cannot achieve all these good things without change the culture of human. We have to be like more cooperate with each other, more in peace with each other, more like help the new generation. Or yes, if we have to help the new generation to be with us in work, and leaders will must have to listen to the to the staff or employee for better change, because this is the time for change. We need this new technology to fix the problem of poverty, diseases, violence, and poor leadership. And the knowledge that we got from this new technology can help a lot for for sick people, for poor people, for handicapped people. So we have to change our mentality, our culture, for better. We have to collaborate, all of us, because we have like COVID-19. We would like to to fight this COVID-19. We have like climate change. We have to fight this climate change. We have a problem in economy problem, and this is a big problem, So we have a lot of problems. So we have to stop, fight with each other, conflict with each other. We have to be in peace with each other. We have to fight injustice. We have to try to fight, racism. We have to live in peace and tolerance. And we have, this, new technology to fix it, like 5G, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, Internet of Things. We need, like a budget, our money. How can we get this money or budget? So if we change the culture, set to fight, corruption, and to fight the conflict and to fight war, so we'll have the money to do all these things. So a lot of a change must for African people, for me, for you, and for all. We have to change for better, because we have a shortcoming in in organization, culture, also in country. This is the main barrier and the main disadvantage to success in this digital age. We have we cooperate with each other for for this reason, because this new technology, hello, because this new technology will help a lot, in for example, we need to universal adoption of this new technology, not to adopt it, in America, in Europe, in Australia. We need to to adopt it in Africa. Africa, not all change in technology, and we have like first industrial revolution, second industrial, third industrial, fourth industrial. Every time Africa, delay a little bit, because we don't have like the budget, like the money, the knowledge. We don't have the good culture, to adapt this new technology. So we have, to adapt this new technology for man and woman, for children, for all the people, for better, society. Also, we have, the leadership, also the leadership of must change, to use this technology for good, not for bad. And all the leadership must know about this new technology, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. So because the change happened from leader till to all the people. So I have to concentrate about to adapt this new technology. So, for example, all the manager and all the world right advices for all the people. It's like it's called 28COE project. So I write, the 28 points for me. I concentrate about, to change the education from STEM or STEAM to double M by, add medicine to this education. Also, we have to know emotion intelligence. We have to know the technology of the 21st century from, blockchain, cloud computing, 5G, quantum computing. All this new technology must have. We have to change our culture, for start creating better goals, work hard, focus on the, on the active things, not the passive things. Believe in yourself, be self-confident, never give up, keep going, keep trying, be patient, create idea, push the limit, serve. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself, find your stress relief, be honest, have pure heart. So a lot of things will, have a change to let Africa, be, in a better, ocean. Because, a change will happen. We change from the first industrial revolution till we, arrive to the fourth industrial revolution. Also singularity. Singularity, now, human, not compete with human, also compete with the, machine or artificial intelligence. So we have, to concentrate. We are good, in love. We are good in innovative, and artificial intelligence are good in routine work. That's why you have to concentrate about these 2 points. A lot of change also. We have now ubiquitous computing. We have cloud computing. A lot of the change. So we have, also for information technology is the most essential, for men and women, for children to know the tools of the 21st century is so important, because technology now is like oxygen. If you if you go to one place to another place, you have the same quantity of oxygen of information. You cannot live without this information technology or internet. Also, it must be free like oxygen. This is the new, concentration. And because we have a number of things connected to the internet and exceed, now the number of people. So we have, we will change from IP version 4 to IP version 6. And also all the change, all the new generation must know about this new technology, so we can, compete with Europe, compete with America, compete with Australia. So this is the most important point, because with this Internet of Things, we got data. This data change to information, to knowledge, to understanding, to wisdom. From wisdom, we can, fight climate change, fight, the problem of economy, fight COVID-19. So for me, I work in aviation, and this new technology help a lot, in aviation for reducing costs. Do you know what's happened in aviation? A lot of, now losses and a lot of unemployment because it's a crisis of COVID-19. But if you use this new technology, it will help a lot to, increase revenue and reduce costs. So we're still now in Africa talking about, everyone can access the internet, but if you go to China, Asia or America, they are talking about 5G. They are talking about Internet of Things. They are talking about artificial intelligence. So we have to to change our culture, to cooperate, to be like one hand, no conflict, no wars. There's no time now for conflict, for war, because of religion, because of gender, because of origin, because of the color. That's now it's too late to still conflict for this reason. We have to live in peace. We have to give more time to think about how to get budget to adoption of this new technology in Africa. How to get the knowledge, how to let the new generation know the coding of this artificial intelligence, how to be active producer, not a passive consumer. So we have to change, a lot to change in our culture, change in our personality, for a better. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Awazan Abdulhamid. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us. But I have some few questions I want to ask. I would like both Royal Majesty and yourself to answer this question. We're talking about culture in digital age. And based on my understanding of what culture is like an identity of a set of people, like a group of people, like an organization, and what they believe, their norms, their way of life. And it is true that we have different way of life from Egypt down to Nigeria, to South Africa, to different parts of the world. Our cultures, our beliefs, our ways of life differs. But with the advent of digital economy, digital age rather, which is internet, we have a global village now. We now have what we call globalization. So I want to ask, how do we have this tolerance in culture? Because, for example, now there'll be some things you do in my own culture that I will see as insult, or I'll see as something that is annoying, and to another culture it's normal. So, and let's now say these different cultures come together to discuss or to have a kind of life or a kind of rapport like we have it now. So, how do we manage? How do we tolerate ourselves? How do we manage this culture coexistence, where different cultures come together to form one? Because I believe internet is another culture on its own. How do we form this cultural tolerance and culture coexistence so as to avoid conflict and to avoid issues amongst the different cultures? So I'd like both of you to answer these questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your, very intelligent question. I like that so much because, sometimes the difference in culture make, problem with people, make, like conflict with people, sometimes war with people. That's why we have, for my opinion, that, if I know someone, I'm not, looking what's his religion, what is his color, what is his what I'm looking for is, how like cooperate, with each other, because as I think it's a private. So, for example, for religion, if you are like any different religion, it's something between you and God or Allah or something like that. It's something private. I'm not. It's because I have to respect your religion. I have to respect, your opinion, your color, your origin. And we haven't, go to conflict because of gender, because of origin, because of color, because of religion. So it's something important that we are from Africa. I am from Egypt, and you are from Nigeria. How can we cooperate with each other? Sometimes we say, for example, that cloud computing is very expensive. How can I got it, for example, in my country or your country or something like that? So why don't we make alliance so we can, cooperate together and share the budget of this cloud computing so we can use it in our country and your country. So this is the most important point, and to concentrate how to cooperate with each other, how to it's like a win-win solution. It's win-win game, because you need to win and I need to win. So we have like African people, we have to cooperate, we have to make alliance, not to conflict because of water, because of natural resources, or because of religion, because of color, because of gender. No, we have to forget all about this and concentrate how to to cooperate with each other for a better. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks you. Thanks very much. Royal Majesty, can you please have you?
Of course. Thank you so much. And I think that my co-speaker said it all. And yes, he has covered all the points. And one thing that I would want to add is that before things can work well, before we can decide to live together, to stay together in harmony, to work together, so that these innovations would be beneficial to all of us. I think what we need to do is to stay true to ourselves. Like when I was talking earlier, I decided not to mention some specific cultural practices because, well, Africa is like the home of culture and values. So really, if we were to start, okay, let's take Nigeria for instance. we have over 350 ethnic groups. Really, where do we want to start from if we start analyzing our cultural differences and all of that? But regardless of our cultural practices and our differences, I believe that everywhere in Africa, we all believe in patriotism, we all believe in truth, we believe in justice, we believe in acceptance, we believe in hard work, we believe in character. So I think that once we embrace our values, our own values, we would be able to support and accept other cultures, other countries in Africa and anywhere else in the world. So, like I said, we have to stay true to ourselves first. Let's embrace all of our cultural values first, because overall, all in all, I think that our values and our practices were and our culture were put in place to ensure that we have a good way of life, that we have a good life. So I think that if we embrace all of these things, all of these characters that has been imbibed into us, it will be really easy for us to accept others without
Yes.
prejudice, without discrimination.
Yes.
It will be easy for us to work together to make things okay at the end of the day. So I think that what really matters is for us to be true to ourselves, because we need to stay true to ourselves to help our neighbor, because I think, like I said, we have several practices, several beliefs about love, about acceptance, about even morals. But generally, it's all to make sure that we live in a free, fair, just society. So
Yes.
once we accept all of these values, it will be really easy for us to move on and to accept other people around us. So, maintaining a good relationship with other countries and other tribal races or culture around us will be very, very easy. So what's important is just for us to accept who we are first, be true to ourselves. We don't have to go out or look elsewhere or probably imbibe other people's culture. Let's just all embrace what we have. Let's be true to ourselves. If we
Yes.
can do all of these things, it'll be easy for us to show love to other people around us. So I think that's just all
So,
I would want to add.
what I'm trying to say is that we should
Yeah. Hello.
trust others.
Yeah, I
Isn't
think,
it?
yeah, you are right, 100%. I think in this, critical time like that we have like COVID-19, we have,
Hmm.
problem in economy, we have, climate change, we have,
Yeah.
like, we need, to achieve the 17 SDG goals for the United Nations in 2030. So I think we have a lot of things, to do. So I think the better advice for everyone, for me, for you, for everything, to concentrate how to improve yourself, how to know the technology of the 21st century, how to be more skilled, how to be in a more peace, in a more something like that. So if we succeed in Africa, to be like strong, countries in Africa, by education, by
Hmm.
education, health system, by economy, good economy, something like that. We can compete, with Europe, we can compete with Australia, we can compete with America. So if like we forget about about like color, about gender, about origin, about language, and to conflict with each other, and make a war, and we spend a lot of money in a war, in a for tools, for so if we can save the money that we spent in a war or a conflict because of this, or the money was spent in corruption or something like that, we will have a lot of money. We can make a budget for education, for health, for adoption of this new technology of the 21st century. So my dream is that we can apply this technology in Africa, and we can like in handicap the new generation of Africa have this new technology, that this new technology help old people, handicapped people, help in poverty, diseases, violence, and poor leadership in achieving the 17 SDGs. That's my thinking. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sincerely, you have actually learned so many things today. Uh, because growing up, my beliefs and values were different compared to when I become as an open to the digital world, where I began to learn other cultures, begin to learn other beliefs, and I begin to see how I can it to myself and how I can coexist with others. Because I have many friends in other parts of the world with which we relate well. Even despite we are from different cultural backgrounds, we have different beliefs, different um, way as an approach to life. But
True.
we have to find a center of agreement with which it's a kind of common between my culture and their culture,
Common
and
ground.
we related
Yeah,
well, we flow well, and we are friends. So I think I've
yeah,
really learned a lot from what you talked about there.
yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
y- yeah, you are right. If you do, you know, if you, do you know, like consider this, you know, the color, the language, the origin, the, you know, the religion is something
Believe.
private. You know, this is something private. This is belonging to the one. Do you know? So if you see that this is something private and you don't like involve in these things, I think you will be in a good relation with anyone because you know. What important is if I know someone is he good with me or not? He can cooperate with me or not. That's the most important. I don't care about his religion, his color, his you know language because this is something private. So all I concentrate that we can cooperate, you know, together for a win-win, you know, game or win-win situation. That's what I am thinking.
oh, great,
True.
thank you.
Thank you.
That should be the spirit. I think if we all can believe and can think that way, I believe the world is going to be a better place. When we forget color, when we forget culture, not outrightly, but looking for a center point where we can agree and live together as one. Thank you
Yes.
very much. I would like to go on a short break. Then when we get back, we can have our final words. Then we can close for the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'll be back in a bit now. I'll be back in a bit so we can continue.
Okay.
So we can have our final thoughts. Let me go.
Okay.
Let's go on a short break.
Okay. My pleasure. I'm waiting.
All right. I think I would say today is a good day. The network has actually, um, I won't say not favorable to us, has been really bad. Um, like I would say, it is what it is. It's one of those things. So I'd like us to have our final thoughts before we end the session for today. Uh, Our Majesty, can we have your final thoughts? And then Mr. Abdul Hamid will also have his own final thought, then we can close for the day.
Um, Firstly, I would want to appreciate everybody for, you know, making out time to be part of this. So it's really good to share my thoughts and opinion about what we're discussing today. So I'm really grateful. I uh, I think I've said it the other time, and I'm still going to stand on it because I think that's what's most important now. Because all of these things at some point would go away, and we would have to face our reality, which is technological advancements. You know, the AI, and my my most I don't know, my most concern is with the business owners. Like I said, I think that they have to put in more energy, have to be resourceful, they have to put in all the efforts and do all they think would help. Because we're, like I said, we're going the to the era where all of these things would hold no meaning anymore, would be basic, and everybody wouldn't, expect less. Because I know that, when your phone is down, or when you're out of when you run out of data, or your phone battery is dead or something, that is when you'd want to connect with people around you and talk, and want to socialize the other way. But now interaction has moved online. So I think that business owners should also follow that trend. And so they can even set their own trend to ensure that they stay relevant. That's just my own conclusion right now, because with the way things are going, the business owners are not, being observant and being innovative. There's a chance that their business may go moribund. So they need to, follow the trends, just be active. Don't just stay there and think that because money is coming in now, you'd rest and think that it's going to continue that way. People are making innovatives. They are developing things that would even make business grow more. So all of this manual labor or things that we think we're doing now would I think it's already been taken over by machines and all of that. So imagine how that would feel in like 10 years or 10, or okay, say a decade or two. Things would have been more advanced than we have now. So phones, all of these things would be nothing. You wouldn't even pay any mind to all of them. So I think that at that point, before we get to that point, we need to keep up with the trend. Because if you don't keep up with the trend, you get left behind. So that's just my own final words to everybody.
Thank you very much. That was a very big one to part with. Mr. Ahmed, Mr. Abdul Ahmed, can we get your own final thoughts to the parting?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you. So, as we said, innovate or die. So I think everyone who don't change after the change will fail. Everyone who will change after the change will survive, and everyone who change with the change will succeed, and everyone who change the change will lead. And I think they have a two thinking mindset, abundant mindset, and a scarcity mindset. Abundant mindset, it believes there's enough opportunity for everyone and good enough for everyone. Scarcity is believed that good and opportunity are limited. I hope that all we have abundant mindset, so we can live in peace and we can, achieve more and more. And I'm looking for universal adoption of technology of the 21st century in Africa, and also leadership in this technology beyond COVID-19 to use this technology in good things, not bad things, and we can, achieve the 17 SDG, fixing poverty, diseases, violence, through leadership, helping elderly and handicapped people. So we need to culture to change for better. We have to start yesterday, not today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a very big takeaway from what you've just said now. I picked something said, innovate or die. That is it, because the world is evolving, and if you don't evolve with the world, you'll be left behind. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy, they call me Depsy Flow. Zadam. Yeah. Every level's got different devil. I gotta go up cause so damn logic. I don't build my foundation with marbles, so my dreams can collapse overnight. My mind and my soul, in my hustle. Steady chasing big levels. Boy, Father, yeah. From coast to coast, up someone's pray for me. Pray for me. Boy, they call me Depsy Flow. Is that dumb? Yeah. Every level's got different devil. I gotta go up cause so damn me load you. I don't build my foundation with my books, so my dreams can collapse overnight. My mind and my soul, in my hustle. Steady chasing big levels. Father, yeah. From coast to coast, up someone's pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Badura for me as I stand on my feet. What you mean? Mama, baby, pray for me. Badura for me as I define what to eat.
It's actually
What you mean, Mama, baby?
Yours.
The deeper the dream, the further it looks for. I sing all the praises to Jah. One of these days, man, I'll be a superstar that I know regular attack. In the rain, in the sun.
number one.
See anyway, you know we ain't got no option. We got to make it anyway.
Then I put my phone on
That's why we
the
matching the
techno.
gen. Too, I got to stay in defense. From friend to friend to friend. Take part on your barra bears. No more riches, no be by bands. Joy within
Just stumbled on it.
with happiness to the
When I
end.
saw Black Diamond, I thought it was one Nigerian artist.
From coast to
So
coast, I'll
music boring.
pray for
Just for
me.
your love with it.
Pray for me. Oh, Badura for me. Oh,
Congo.
Badura for me.
Republic of Congo.
Oh, Badura for me. The deeper the dream, the further it looks for. I sing God the praises to Jah. One of these days, man, I'll be a superstar. Is that dumb?
Your mic is
Thanks,
off.
everybody. Bless you. Thank everybody. Bless you. See you some other time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.